Who is more influential, Jesus or John Calvin? Of course, I ask people this question, and most people, almost everybody, say Jesus. But if you really sit down and think about it, how does someone have influence over us? How is someone is influencing us? Think about this. If we are truly a disciple of Jesus, shouldn't we defend his word? Shouldn't we, get stirred up when we hear people arguing in favor of sin? Because Jesus says that, he that sinned is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this cause, the Son of God was manifested so that he can destroy the works of the devil. How can the works of the devil be destroyed while we claim to be follower of Jesus and still saying that we sin, and that no sin that we can commit that will cancel or negate our salvation? Of course, John Calvin is the one guy that teaches once saved, always saved. He have that, the acronym TULIP. And of course, if anyone knows about that, almost every churches in the world are affected or believing that in somewhat, either the T or the U or whatever in there. Now, understanding this, Christ did not come to tell us that once we accepted him as Lord and Savior, once we say a sinner's prayer, once we receive him into our heart, and that our salvation is eternally secure. There is no such thing. And that's why, if we think about it, if you talk to people, if you really go out there, go outside of your four walls church that you're in years and years, go out there and talk to people and see. And I know for a fact that your church probably believe that, but understanding this, that's why I say John Calvin is a lot more influential than Jesus. Because how many people actually believe the teaching of Jesus, that we ought to go and carry a cross, that denying ourselves, that we ought to love our enemy, that we actually will sell our possession and give it to the poor, and that we'll resist not evildoer, and that we will, go and we'll make disciple, and that we'll obey the things that he teaches us. How many people actually do that? How many people that that actually put their sword into plowshare and that they don't use their weapon anymore?